Okay, first up here for win and lose, we have Hilary Morris. Hilary Morris is our local Greens councillor from Gosford Council and a hard worker at a certain legal practice. Hilary's here in Canberra today. We're at the bus parking markets, which is probably not the name, but it's close enough anyway. So, Hilary, are you ready to pay?
Yep.
Win or lose. Now, the rules are, I give you the facts of a case, a decided case. You have to decide whether or not the plaintiff wins or loses. Now, some cases, there will be contributory negligence. So you have to decide whether the plaintiff wins but gets something knocked off for contributory negligence. If you can get within 20% of the findings of the judge, I'll give you a win. If you're outside the 20%, you're a loser. Okay, so you ready for the first case?
Yes.
First case, one close to your heart, involves a local council, Caverick and Willoughby City Council. Familiar facts, the plaintiff and her young daughter had left a shopping centre and were wheeling their trolley through a council car park. While manoeuvring the trolley down a slope in the car park, the wheels of the trolley went into a pothole, causing the trolley to tip and fall over. The trolley fell on her, and also the plaintiff's daughter also fell on her. They were both injured. Now, what the plaintiff submitted was that because there had been visits by various council employees to the area, including complaints from the public and the work done in the car park, provided enough evidence from which it could be inferred that the defendant had actual knowledge of the particular risk. All right, those are the facts. Win or lose?
I think that she would have won, but I don't know about contributing negligence. She might have had a little bit knocked off for that because perhaps she could have avoided the pothole.
Okay, well, I can tell you, she lost.
No way.
In the circumstances, the court wasn't satisfied that actual knowledge had been established by the plaintiff. There was nothing within the evidence on which the court could reach a conclusion as to how long the pothole had been in its state and that any council employee had knowledge of the pothole. What the court said, that in order to succeed, they had to draw, it wasn't enough to draw an inference that the council, through its employee, had seen a pothole in a dangerous state. They actually had to show that there was actual knowledge that the pothole had been dangerous for a period of time. So there you go, you're down one. How are you feeling? Do you think you can come back?
Like a loser.
you might be able to come back. The second case involved a cyclist, the plaintiff, on a footpath and a driver, a motorist on the road. Now the cyclist came off the footpath across an intersection, and in doing so a car travelling at right angles on the intersection collided with the cyclist and knocked her off. Now, for the purpose of your decision, you need to accept that the judge at trial couldn't make a decision as to who had the green light. So the motorist said the green light was with me, and the cyclist said no, I had the green light. All right, give me a decision.
Okay, just because I'm a generous person, I'm going to say she won, but there was contributing negligence because she shouldn't have been riding on the footpath.
Tell me, what's your figure for contributory negligence? You're in the right direction.
I would say, maybe 30%.
Well, I can tell you that the original trial judge found in favour of the plaintiff but knocked off 80% for contributory negligence. When it went on appeal, the court found that although the plaintiff hadn't proven that it had the green light, likewise the motorist hadn't proven he had the green light either. So in that case, because they both had the onus of proving green lights, in effect, the court decided that the plaintiff was successful on its claim, but the defendant likewise didn't prove it had the green light, so it looked basically at a 50-50, but because the plaintiff had been on a footpath, not on the road, it bore the greater degree of responsibility. So the end result was plaintiff wins but gets knocked off 67%. So I think you're outside of the 20%. So we'll try one more. You're ready for the last one? You might have a face saver here. Let's try with Reed and Target Australia. Now, bear in mind in this case, they were suing Target only, not the shopping centre owner. So the plaintiff was at a large shopping centre, slipped and fell in liquid in front of a Target store. The spillage was in an area that was not leased to Target, but was an area that Target was permitted under its lease to use for casual retailing. The shopping centre owner had the cleaners for the retail shopping centre. Target were also in the practice, as you've probably seen from time to time, of having a store greeter at the front of the store. Alright, the lady slipped on a small spill in that area outside Target, win or lose.
I'm going to say win again, because I like winners.
Well, it's good to see you've got a clean sweep. We're 3 block down. The lady lost.
Oh.
The court held that the spillage wasn't obvious and that the store greeter would not have seen it. It was up to the shopping centre to carry out the cleaning, and it was unreasonable for Target to do the same job. So there we have the difficulties of plaintiffs.
There we have the loser.
The mixed success, 3-0 down. Well, we'll wait until next time to see if we get a better performance. Anyway, thanks for your time, Hill.